Welcome back, everybody. Friday night, FSB Racing Winston Cup Aero88 Series at Atlanta. We're closing out season 37. I'm once again your host, Shawn with my partner in sound and vision, Milt Minter Jr. How you doing, Milty?
Pretty good, pretty good. Atlanta. It reminds me of a movie, Gone with the Wind.
He's been on a Gone with the Wind kick, folks, so watch out.
Red! Atlanta's burning! Atlanta's burning! The FSB are coming! The FSB are coming! Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
The first of what's probably going to be many references tonight from the one and only Milt Minter Jr. Anyway, we are at, as mentioned, Atlanta 97, the old straight-up oval version of the track. No dog leg added yet. They flipped the front and the back stretch. And so this is a fast, very aero-dependent with these truck physics track. A lot of different lines work here, and you got to take care of the tires. So this is always a fun one. It was a real barn burner on Tuesday, and I expect to see the same tonight as we have got a full field. There is no more room at the inn. You can't get into the server anymore. We got 42 spots taken up, plus one for the server.
Like 36 cars.
I mean, a few of them are us, me and Milty, but still, it's a pretty much full field.
That's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. We had it on the opening weekend, and we got it tonight to close the season and head into our 1 month break. But on the pole, a relative newcomer there, Chris Beckman. We've seen him up front already, and there he is, starting right where he left off. What's that, 41 car? It was Lando Lakes last time. I don't know what he's running this week. He's got something different. We'll see later.
Yeah,
Rick Johnson.
One of those guys that has, been out sim racing for a while, but has definitely got skills.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely shown us something so far. Rick Johnson on the front row again. I mean, everything old is new again there. He was front row last week, front row this week. Dave Jandry, he was running very well here, runs very well at these big momentum tracks. He puts the number 51 in the third spot. Ken Hansen, the Highwayman, Jim Christopherson, Alex Jarvie, our admin, our series admin for Friday nights. Ryan Johnson there starts P7. Good start to finish out the season there. Will Farmer, I know the fan club's out there watching. I already saw them in the chat. Young Will Farmer puts the number 95 in ninth, and Brian Lamb. A nice top 10 qualifying effort, and you see the rest of the field there. 25 cars chose to make a lap, and but you can see
happy hour now. They're crunching out there. Here they go.
It's all the way down to 43 spots there. I don't know who that was that disconnected, but oh, that's probably Den. Den disconnected. So we got, minus a few spots here. We got over 38 cars.
Dave Chandry having a little trouble right out of the pits. They're might have a calibration issue. This is where the guys get their last warm up, make sure steering wheels are calibrated correctly, and maybe do a pit stop practice.
Absolutely, pitting here.
Pit stop practice. I mean, that's what I did then back in my day. Was already. We've run laps, so we got to nail that green flag pit stop when it comes up. I guess I should open that one first. I got another one here. Sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers, and Visay Tile and FSB Racing.
Trying to find someone who might be pitting here. Hey, we got Ryan Johnson checking in the chat. Thanks for all you do, man. Always on top of it with the admin deal, getting the points up. Our points battle is settled. Matt Watkins is your champion.
Doris Gately here once again, rooting for her son. Her son's in like the same position as Rick Johnson. Their whole goal tonight is to win this race. They got no points. Matt Watkins has sealed the deal. So the 15 car, but he wants to win too. So, I mean, you don't think these guys are going to put on a show tonight? You've seen it every race this year and last season, and as many seasons as we can go back. It's going to be good.
And there is Matt Watkins with returning driver Danny Falcon. We saw him earlier in the season. Been away for a bit in that 20 car. Good to see Danny back. He's he's old school FSB. I'd heard the legend, and then finally got to meet him this season.
Was his handle before we actually used our real names back when. Before we considered this a simulation, we considered it a game. Yet in 2003, this game was born, and it became a simulation. And
Woo,
this is 2020,
sideways.
and this game, simulation is still seriously intense and good.
Oh, looks like a few cars tangled up on the front stretch there.
And we're going to try to walk you through as much as we can what these drivers are thinking. You know, as you seeing, we all got rigs. I'm sitting at my rig. You can't see my steering wheel, but
yeah, I'm at my desk.
My arm, but I'm moving it back and forth. This is
I bet Matt's going to come in this time by, so we'll ride on board the 15 cars. He practices.
See the master, 7th time.
Whoops! He found the edge and went over it.
Exactly. Just to find the edge. Now, what as a driver, what I always looked at it was visual acuities, and I still do that.
Visual reference point.
That's what I call it, though.
A visual acuity is your vision rating when they test it for glasses.
Wow, no kidding. Okay,
you guys are smart fellas.
Hey, we got Dan Jones checking in.
Visual rate, so
visual reference point.
Reference point. What you want to do is find something on the wall, a piece of dirt, a thing that you look at and you could count out 1001, 1002, or 1000, and that's when you hit the brakes. You have to have something to have consistency. Just like the real guys, they're all using something in their eyes, in their line of sight.
I think I was using that right there, that Atlanta sign on the wall in turn 4. That was my reference point, because you can see the pit entry is blind there as we ride on board Dan's car.
Yeah, let's get some on board here. The 007. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to win.
Damn straight.
So I've got it right to the floor. Gonna have to lift a bit when you're in the draft.
Yeah, when you're solo, you can flat-foot it around here, and for qualifying too. In the draft, you're gonna want to lift to save the tires, if nothing else. And it is really hard to pass without help here too. That's so you get a couple of those lines going.
My homeboy Kim Wright checking out the 9 car at work as usual on Friday nights. Go girl!
You can see it's that second line. Yeah, it's that second line. The first line marks
right there, right to 45. Pretty good there, Mr. Bond, James Bond.
Thank you, sir.
This guy's this is his first rodeo here.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks. And part of the danger too is if you miss that, you'll spear the end of that pit wall, and that is night over right there.
We used to call that a GP back in the day because a guy named Gary Parkhurst used to run here, and he did that in a race and impaled himself, and it was a GP after that. There we go. We got our picks. I'm going to get ahead of you way before I'm picking the 52, Rick Johnson. He's on fire. He was on fire last week. Just didn't work out, but he was in total focus mode. I know this guy, the 52, when he's in total focus mode, and he's on it tonight. He's not messing around with qualifying he's not part of that.
He's not doing the back of the field qualifying deal.
Yeah, not doing the back of the field thing. So,
well, you know what? If you're going to take one of the co-goats, and you're just going to leave the other one on the table for me.
Yeah, I'm taking them.
I'm taking the 15. Shut up.
Dude, you got to take yourself, bro.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I was racing.
No, don't put the jinx on yourself.
Race. You got to take yourself. Come on.
The 15 of Matt Watkins has nothing to lose.
You can do it, bro.
Okay. Just keep an eye on that number 15. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, you know, my thing was when he found me, usually passing me, then I tried to follow him, just like the 52. Both of those guys were pace setters. The 52 is my teammate, so it was just like guys I work with. You know, they're like, "No, Milt, no, we got to do it like this." Well, it was the same way with when he was on my team. It's like 2 tires, Milt. Come on, really?
Well, we got to look at that Thunderbird of the number 41 there, Chris Beckman. Let's see what he's running there. Very old school look to it. I like it.
All these new guys that are very competitive, I just really like with the competition that's brought here.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
you got to bring it every week.
There was, you know, a couple years ago, there was like this sim is dead. You got all these other sims and things for people to do. They were wrong.
Hey, they were, and pace car is off, and we've got more than 38 cars about ready to take the green flag here.
Oh, that's total old school for the 41 there. That's, you know, like...
it's an old Thunderbird.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at the Thunderbirds on the headlight
we need
knockouts.
To research that, see if that car is somebody from the past there. Whoa, he gets a little loose there. Cold tires here. Got to be careful. Rick Johnson, the FSB veteran, is definitely going to try to put a little pressure on, but that's usually not his style. He runs about a lap or two, and then he'll figure out, you know, what pace do I have? Is this thing, okay, we got 10 laps in. I need to go back a few spots and save tires. And then if this thing goes green, then I'll smoke these guys, you know. Dave Gendron, the 51. He's jolting. Hansen gets passed by the 89. Alex Jarvie is just another guy that's instantly impressed.
Absolutely. I've had some real close races with him.
Really strong.
And he's fast, he's clean. Making a great first season here at FSB. He can take those rookie stripes off the bumper next season for sure.
Well, my coworker Kip last week, he likes his Coors beer, and he picked the 9, and that's his new. He's sitting out on his in his ranch up in the hills here, not too far away from me, and drinking a beer and watching it on his phone, which is awesome. And drinking Coors beer, and he wants that Coors car to win. These what these pros do. These setups are very good, but they're very loose at first. Now they're in line. You know, I got to admit, before the race, I was like, wow, we got a full field. I'm a little scared here.
Yeah, they were wrecking a lot in practice, but, you know, that's what practice
is for.
But
that's what you do, you know.
Alex Jarvie moves up to second place there underneath the 52 of Rick Johnson. Rick won't fight that spot early on.
Ryan Johnson and Will Farmer is going at it here. The Phil Warner.
Oh, we got. Group. Oh, spoke too soon.
We got a blinker there.
335's around on the backstretch. 87 of Tom Jackson collected. 124. Rick Castle can't get slowed up. Oh, the 622.
We got a big one, and the yellow.
We got cars piled up on the backstretch here. We'll get that replay up in just a second.
Is that?
5 laps in here. And we'll see what happened here to the
kiss of death.
I know, we had to talk about the clean start, but these things happen. So it looks like 335 just got a little loose down to the apron, almost held it, and back up. Nowhere for Tom Jackson. Not a thing in the world he could have done. And then you see Rick Castle comes into a cloud of smoke. Can't see where he's going. Bam, and then that 622 of... Who's 622? Oh, that's Greg Palmer making his debut tonight.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to.
I'm watching it on delay here now. The 335 just got loose and went down on the apron, and he was fighting it the whole time. Just a tough start for Billy Ryan there. Oh, and Rick Castle gets punted and thrown into the boss, the 98. That was quite a little, great start for him, though. But, then that's how quick these things can get loose on you, especially when you get down low and you pitch the exit off.
And we'll show you what Rick Castle saw rolling up on that, and you can see why he gets into it so late. Yeah, you can see, you can't really see coming off the corner now. There's a puff of smoke, so he starts slowing properly, but there's nothing but smoke ahead of him. He can't see where to go. Cars around him are getting through, and boom.
Rick has just been exemplary and run well, and he just takes bad luck well.
And you see again the boss, Sam Young, getting caught up in that.
There's some more bad luck. Okay, I'm watching it a little delayed. Well, he overreacted a little bit, got scared there, saw the tire marks, and then he just kind of plowed right into the 335. I don't know if when he hit the wall, if something broke, because he hit the wall.
He hit it pretty hard at the right side. I think he just couldn't see him through the smoke. It looks a little different for everybody else. So on my replay here, you could see, you couldn't really see him through the smoke. And Rick Castle has retired it. I think that second hit did Rick Castle in, as the 124 has retired.
Yeah, maybe we can get a word with him here. Let me see if I can.
I speak from experience, by the way, because that's exactly how my night ended on Tuesday night. I was down to 100 miles per hour, still looking for where the cars were spinning. There was just a cloud of smoke ahead of me, and then poof, just like Days of Thunder, they appeared in the middle of it, and I clobbered them and went flipping. Car Xing the pits there. Is that Danny Falcon? That's Kevin Mays. Oh, we got paint on Kevin Mays' car finally there. That green 92. Green and white. Krispy Kreme. Let's see, there's 622 coming in for some repairs. Try and get back out at it. 335 still rolling. Tom Jackson still going in the 87 car.
Okay, well, Rick is he's in the in-care center, and he doesn't really want to talk to anybody right now, so we'll respect that and see what happens here. So let's move on, and that's racing.
That is racing. These things happen. So what was your view through there, Dan? Did you get through all right, or was it that behind you?
That was in front of me, so we all went down real low, touching the wall almost on the inside.
Nice.
A few of us got through there. Weber slowed it down. I slowed it down. It's nice that people have brakes, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's why we try to hammer it home in the driver's meeting. Yes, we race back to the yellow because it's 2003 rules, but you also want to slow for the smoke in front of you.
Absolutely. My new saying is, I'm going to pass a couple people here without doing nothing.
Yep.
Passing them on yellow, right?
Well, it's Days of Thunder is, you
can
make it through the smoke, Cole.
Yeah, that's what we call it. We call it cold trickling it.
In the movies.
Yeah.
Lights slow it down on the pace car.
Yeah, you slow it down, and you survive it, and you go in, get new tires. If you have to, hit the brakes hard, save your car is the important thing, right?
So what did these guys do while we were watching all these? Did they pit? I didn't even pay attention.
We all came in.
We were watching the replays of the raking.
I think Matt Watkins, he was 2 people ahead of me. Now he's like 4. He got
that's what he does. He just executes in every aspect of sim racing. It's not just what he does on the track, it's what he does on pit road. Alex Jarvie takes the lead. What happened to the 41? We'll have to see what the heck happened.
Yeah, must have had a bad pit stop.
That's pro sim racing at FSB. You have to do everything right to have a chance to win one of these races. He's back in the rear with the gear. Yeah, he's back. Let's take a look. The 41 car is 17th place. Just love that old school paint job. Well, you know, a lot of time left here. 10 of 132. He gets by Mr. Bojangles. Taking a look at the 113 car. Got to be patient here. Whoa, boy. Terry Marinero. Little Marinero sauce really close to the wall there. Yeah, another guy that's definitely got skills. Look, no matter where you run in this pack, these guys are pros, man. And he's come in and run well, and had some bad luck, but looking to change that. Dave Ells in the 115. Is that a bitchin' paint job or what? Cadillac.
I thought it was a Chevy, but I thought it looks a little... It's a bit of a stretch putting on a Monte Carlo body.
Bro.
Bit of a stretch putting on a Monte Carlo body, though.
Well, it's actually a Chevy with a Cadillac thing on there. Heck, I don't know.
It's like the Johnny Cash song. It's all 55, 55, 6, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61 automobile.
Absolutely. Jeff Havoc, you know, a couple years in the league now with the Coast Guard car, was in the rear with the gear. That's not happening anymore now. Now he's fighting for top tens. See the improvement and the will to hang around. It's intimidating to race against these badass guys, you know, and some people will give up, and he has not. And once again, fighting for the top 10. I mean, he's got some studs all around him. His car control is like 180 degrees from where it was when he started. Obviously, some people don't. They give up, you know. But
yeah, it's good
I'll
to
keep
have
up to this guy. I mean,
absolutely.
Every time I mention him, you know, something bad happens. But
yeah, maybe you should stop doing that then.
Every time, let's talk about Bill in front of him there. But, you know,
yeah.
I just hammer all these guys with my, you know, psychic powers.
We got Rick Johnson looking for the lead from Alex Jarvie, and you see now Alex is stuck out of the draft out of the groove.
These guys are gonna real. Oh, Alex Jarvie way up high there.
Yeah, they're gonna run a train on him.
What did I say? The first run, Rick Johnson, he's gonna fall back a little bit and think about tire wear. We did it for like 4 or 5 laps now. Let's see how this works out. Can somebody else save some tires behind him with this gaggle that these guys are duking it out? Almost 3 wide. Let's get some in-car here. Let's get Ryan Johnson in-car here.
Here we got Ryan Johnson.
Your league admin.
Series admin.
Series admin, sorry. On his outside, he's got the 95 coming up. He's got the 06
89.
behind him. He's got the Farmers all over him.
So he's tucked in there behind Alex Jarvis. Alex was able to mitigate the damage a bit there, is only falling to 5th place.
I yell a little bit because the sound is real high when we go in car. Just nature of the simulation.
Yeah, that
he's back in line here.
That's why I do the in-car shots from my my second PC, so I can turn the capture card volume down and not affect the volume of me and Milty.
Now, I can't hear you at all, but I'm going to talk a little bit here just for a second. Okay, you see him look out there? Now he's looking. Oh, we got a car.
Whoa, Christopherson.
40 on the inside. I would use that right green light pole there for your reference point. Coming up again. Looking in car, looking to the right. You count it out. There's the right, and you left, and let it roll through the corner here. Coming out, you got a couple different apex lines you can do here. Looks like they're going low in 3 and 4 and a little bit. He's trying to work the high, but definitely you got to get the run off the exit of the corner to get a run, and you need a little mistake. As the tires wear, it will get worse. So that's a melty cockpit right there.
Oh, look at the 95 and whoa, 95, 89 side by side, scraping door handles through turn 3 and 4. Looks like Wolf Farmer will complete the pass with a little help from our admin and our onboard car there, the 59.
Side by side. Alex Jarvis getting a run on the outside, so we're seeing 2-lane racing here. He's a little too high on the outside there, and he's getting forced by the 06 is trying to get down there, and now he's got to give it up. That's okay, though. I mean, you try to get back in when you can, and then deal with it. You realize
we got the pace car.
Smoke. We got smoke on the track here. Something has happened. The pace car is out. Oh, we got a fire. Come on, son. Get out of that thing.
Oh, I think that might be Jeff Havoc.
Jeff Havoc is blown up with damage. Oh, my gosh. The Coast Guard always protecting our coasts, even if they're on fire, and he's on fire tonight. There, come on, Jeff. We also
not
know
in that
him
good
as
way.
Tower. So, for you folks that don't know, this dude like climbs like hundreds and hundreds of feet of tower. These huge poles, you know. You want a pole, you know. You want a cell phone tower.
Yep, and meanwhile,
stuff, but he's on fire.
Yeah, appropriately enough, he was up top, up high, 3 wide there, and as they settled going into 1, looks like Matt Stewart backed out of it, and the 3 and the 101 just kind of occupied the same piece of real estate there going into turn 1. Tower backed it in, and then the 40, the 40, look at that, the 40 blinked out right before. So I don't think he even saw him there. See?
I think Christopherson has blinked out a couple times. Okay, I'm watching your replay now. Yeah, there was the 3 thought he could make that pass, and the 101 was not giving him room there. I don't know, you know. Oh, and then the 40 hits him and gets.
Yeah, I think the 40 was blinked out again. Didn't even see what was happening.
Yeah.
98 catches a piece of it too.
These guys are. Come on, son, get out of that thing. Son, he's like, you know. No, he's still in the car. The 101 is not giving up here.
Well, I mean, you can use the gray as a reference point for the racing line. You see 3 cars in there.
Well, there was a couple times my dad was on fire, and he didn't get out of the car either.
Get out of the car, son.
But you know, like they say, if they get out of the car, they're okay.
Yeah. Or like when Ryan Preece had that wreck.
But it's not real, so.
Ryan Preece had that wreck last week, and I was just like, okay, let me see that window net drop. Let me see it.
Yeah.
That was some scary stuff.
Absolutely.
That might be one of the hardest safer barrier hits I've ever seen.
We got the Coast Guard smoking on fire behind the 31, the U.S. Marine car.
He's still out there. Is he trying to get a lap lead or something?
I think he is. Brad Otto, Fresno, California. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
Yeah, they've definitely got to be black flagging. NASCAR has got to be black flagging that 101 for dropping oil and camshafts and bolts and what have you all over the
I
track.
can't believe that thing's still running there. It's on fire. Rick Johnson, he's like got to be complaining to NASCAR right now that his windshield's getting covered in smoke and oil right now. The beer can, the night car. How about Ken Hansen here? Well, this is, this is a revelation here. I mean, Ken Hansen good, The race winner.
Yes, he is.
When he on. Sounds like a good time to, plug my sponsor, Budweiser, the king of beers. For all
he
you
is
do,
still out there.
This Bud's for you.
And the lights are off on the pace car, so I guess he just wanted to lap lead and then he's going to park it? I don't know.
And if Budweiser's listening, can they mail Milt some beer, please?
Well, I sent Milty a picture of a whole pallet of beer that was gift wrapped, with a bow on it, on Christmas.
Nice guy.
Yeah, I told him, there's a Christmas present. You just got to go, pick it up and pay for it yourself. I ain't paying to ship that from New Jersey. Well, the 101 is still out there and still laying down.
I can smell him here back in 23rd spot.
It's funny, just as you say that, I'm like, man, I some kind of trick of the brain there. I actually smell the smoke. That thing's going so heavy. He's got to get that thing in for repairs or to retire it. But he gets his Dave Marcus point.
Looks like he's pulled over on the side and retiring.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got to cross that pit entry line before the rest of the field takes the green.
You're right.
Come on. Oh, that may have just black flagged everybody. He just got to it. So we'll watch the scanner for that 52 if he has to pit.
Well, what?
The 101 was pulling into pit, but I don't know if he was clear of the pit entry line.
He didn't even pull into the pits. He just pulled onto the side.
No, he's in the pits. We saw him go in.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's my iRacing teammate there, JF Godin, who got a great win for our Donkey Bob team at Nürburgring. What a great drive. I mean, I was in tears there watching him at the end and about to throw up,
Well, Nürburgring usually makes me want to throw up.
Dude, I'm telling you, these guys are so good, man. Anyway, so do we got a black flag for the 52 or what?
I don't know. I guess maybe the timing was just right.
I hope not,
I guess maybe it counted him as being in the pits with that first line there.
Where did he come from? The 15 of Matt Watkins. He already your series champ. He's already, the champagne's on ice and the trophy is just waiting there. And but he's like P7 from the back, and he wants to win this thing and put a crown cap on it with that Pac-Man 15 Toyota.
Brian Lamb, Johnny Doucette, and Steve Weber having a nice battle back here for 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Another guy in that Valvoline 06 car, Bill Farmer. He has just really been in the top 10, solid.
Currently P6.
And he's all over. That's my son in front of me. The Phil Warmer fan club is all over watching tonight, and it's about to be a father and son tango here. I hope something doesn't happen here because Thanksgiving could be a little rough for these guys.
Well, fortunately, that's still many months out.
Yeah, but when you're a sim racer or a real racer, you don't forget.
Oh, I know it. There's races from 2001 I'm still kicking myself over, back when I started doing this stuff.
Ken Shea and the Bumblebee, we know what this man can do, and he is solidly P4 and moving up. It's going to be about these stops here. Put the red box in the beer can. Tonight, the beer can is on fire. But Dave Jandry is one of those guys that just kind of, he's another guy. Where did he come from? But where he came from is running, when he qualifies well, he runs well.
I have to say, back by popular demand, because he hasn't done this during a broadcast in a while. But, we got the Casey cat. Say hi, Casey. He's a cat. He doesn't cooperate or say hi.
Oh, he's on your shoulder? Or?
He's on the back of my chair.
Nice, that's been a while. That was great.
It has been a while. People wanted to see Casey again. I'm like, I got the same chair, he just doesn't jump up there all the time.
Rick Johnson, what can you say? I mean, when you talk about the two winningest racers in FSB, it's the 52 and the 15.
Absolutely, although sometimes 15's been the 35.
Can you separate the two of them? I can't. That's why I call them the Co-Goats. And the night car goes down low. The beer can. Ken Hansen in the lead.
Yeah, Rick Johnson's not going to fight that early on. We're not even halfway in.
But you know what? These other guys are going to say, heck with it, we're going to get aggressive too. But he's good with that. He'll go back to 6th or 7th here.
Yeah, Ken Shea making his move here in that Super B number 91. Trying to bring the farmers along with him.
Man.
Mopar or no car? That's 2 Mopars in a row, actually. Dave Jandry's got himself a LeBaron, I believe. Yeah, that's a Chrysler LeBaron.
That's like, almost like, the Cordoba. You remember Ricardo Montalban?
The rich Corinthian leather.
Corinthian leather.
And nobody knows what the hell Corinthian leather is.
No, man, it's got to be a cow of some kind, you know.
I think it might have actually been a BS marketing term.
You think?
I don't know. Let's
Rick Johnson trying to get back in. Bill Farmer is, I don't think so. He's got Matt Watkins all over the back of him. That's going to still be patient. Just past the first fuel window, if this would have been green. So they got to start thinking about, let's look at their lap times here. Let's look at the leader.
All right, let's consult the Oracle here now. Okay, Google, Hansen. What is Corinthian leather? You know what? Let's see. Corinthian leather is a term coined by the advertising agency Bozel, or Basel, B-O-Z-E-L-L, to describe the upholstery used in certain Chrysler luxury vehicles. The term first appeared in advertising in 1974. Some sources say the term refers to the combination of leather seating surfaces and vinyl seats, so it's like a combo leather. Rich Corinthian leather. Like I said, it's a marketing term.
Fantastic. That's why we call you Smart Brother. Well, we all so-called Ken Soska Smart Brother.
Woo!
He's smart.
You see how close the 95 was to the 91's bumper going in there, too? Speaking
these guys are still running 0.3 of a second off their fastest laps. Yeah, Kip, if you met Ken, man, you were hanging out, bullshitting, drinking some beers after the race, he's pretty cool, because I've done that for years with the 9 car. We always watch the replays after we watch tonight. Talk about really getting drunk, you know.
Meanwhile, here comes the 29 on the move here, getting around on the outside of our in-race reporter, 007 Dan Jones. And Dan's pushing up the track. Oh, bring it down, Dan. Bring it down. Bring it down.
The 15 taking a look at the 06. He can't make the pass yet. Bill Farmer knows who that guy is. Patiently, the 15 looking on the inside again. He can't make the pass. He loses his draft when he pulls out.
Yeah, you need help here. Well, he's got that 41 car. Wants to...
You know,
Chris Beckman.
66 in the corners. Let's look at the top speed of Bill Farmer on the straightaway, 182 miles an hour. They're not laying about. The 41 car has done a great job of being patient after things that went wrong. He went from 17th place to 8th now. You know, he may have been on the couch for a few years, but this guy's the real deal, and patience and skill, just like Matt Watkins. You better watch the 41 car. I got a sixth sense on this dude here.
Yeah, that's some real clairvoyance there. He's only been out there winning races already. So
here comes the 54 trying to make the 23. These guys are not getting away from each other. Even when they're making moves, they're still staying in the draft. You know, a lot of these tracks, when you see guys make moves and trying to pass, the guys behind start to fall behind. You're still seeing a trail of cars going back to P12, and that's what, you know, Terry Marinello in 13 and Mark DeCenza, they're in risk of getting out of that draft. But they got the second group here of Ryan Johnson, Steve Weber, Jeff
that
Hill,
group's been going at it hot and heavy.
Brian Lamb from SoCal, and Mr. 007, Mr. Bojangles, Ed Fowler, the 58 Johnny Five Fingers Doucette.
Mark DeCenza is losing touch with the first pack.
Ding.
Mark DeCenza in the 3 car is about to lose touch with the front pack, so he's going to have to fall back to pick up the second one soon, I'd think.
Haven't mentioned my Donkey Bob teammate there, Danny Falcon, running great.
Oh, we got caution. No, never mind.
And we got a caution.
No, never mind. There was a trick of the light made the green light look like a yellow on my preview screen.
You know, that happened to me, with psilocybins once, but we won't go into that.
Well, that's what I get for looking at my OBS monitor while Webb was driving by a light. He's got that bright yellow car there, the 83 you see on the right side of the screen, as Jeff Hale sizes him up for a pass going into turn 1. Well, we got some action up front.
Danny Falcon's still trying to stay in that draft, but then, okay, go ahead. I'll get.
I was gonna say we got some action up front. It looks like they're trying to get around the 91 Ken Shea there with 15 and the 52 together. Got Ken Hansen in the lead and Will Farmer nipping on his heels. He wants that lead for himself in the McQueen machine.
Bob Williams, a little back from that same pack there, but these guys all still have clean cars. It's just when you get farther back, that holy poop. Wow.
He's cheering for Will.
Zoom Mike. When you get back farther, that it's just like on the freeway, except at 180 miles an hour. These restarts, you lose time. They're at 55 at Evan Castle, the Red Baron car. And there's a great battle there with the 90 car and Matt Stewart.
Well, I know Will Farmer's friends may not be as versed in the physics and terminology of racing here, so with this being a draft-dependent track, a good experiment to get a feel for what that means is next time you're in a car, either front, either driving or the front passenger seat, roll the window down, stick your hand behind the mirror, then lift your hand out from behind the mirror. And that's the difference. Now imagine that at 180 miles per hour, like Milty said. That air
yeah, my dad tried
has moved.
That once in a Porsche 917, which is an open cockpit car. He stuck his hand up, and it slammed against the roll bar and back. And he wasn't he wasn't going 200 miles an hour. He was he was like, what you have to do is when you stick it up, you keep your hands,
keep your arm tight. Yeah.
Keep your
Brian Lamb and
parallel.
Brian Lamb was going for the pits, and right in front of the 53, T.G. Reese 59 of Ryan Johnson's in bad shape after that, and we have a caution on the speedway. I was wondering when we were going to get to speedway pit stops.
To the line, the 9 and the 51, excuse me, Smoke, the 9 and the 95 at the line. It's the 9. Where did he come from? Phil Warmer, he's not disappointing his fan club tonight. The Phil Warmer group is, they're definitely gassed up about this. Now, no rest. As a driver, you got to wait. Lap cars going by. You got to wait for the pace car. Pace car's a little slow catching up in this sim, depending on the track. So you see the 9 coming to a stop, waiting. He's got to pick up the pace car before he gets to start-finish line, and then they're definitely going to pit here. Now you got to execute. This isn't like NASCAR heat where you just go in the pits and it takes care of it. You got to take care of it. You got to hit that line right down at 45 miles an hour, and you got to keep it right there. You got to hit your stall.
Anyway, here's what happened. Here's the 09. Here's the 09 coming for his pit stop. Oh, maybe it was the next time by.
Will Farmer all over the 9, trying to pressure him a little bit. I don't think he's going to pressure this veteran.
Ugh.
9 car down pit road. Dave January had the 52. Has to go around. Oh, and he gets hit by the 41 a little bit. But doesn't mess up his stop. Rick Johnson will be pointed towards the inside, but that's going to hurt the 52. The 95 comes out, and he takes the lead.
Nice stop for Will Farmer.
51 second, and Slim Jim Gailey. Third. What a great stop for the... Step yourself into a Slim Jim.
Oh, that round of pit stops sure got Milty's blood piling. Oh, we got the 91 turned around on pit road still.
That's where men are men and sheep are afraid right there, fellas. I mean, it's all fun and games. You got to execute that. That's pro sim racing right there.
So let's see what happened to Ken Shea on his pit stop.
What happened to the 23? Because what happened was he gained like 4 spots. Mama watching and going, that's my son right there.
So with the 59 being late to his stop after having been involved in the wreck, the 91 was coming out as the 59 was coming in. A couple
guys got hosed there.
That turned the 91 in front of the 83.
You lose track position, and then your qualifying order is changed, and you have to go around the car. That's the worst thing I used to hate about. So that messes up the 91, and he gets creamed. Who was that got him?
That was Steve Weber in the 83. Webb's got the new colors.
But he had really nowhere to go. Former teammates, or are they still teammates?
I can't even keep track of that stuff anymore, man.
Gosh,
I don't think they are. I think Ken Shea's kind of a free agent right now.
But they're cool. I mean, they're buds.
Oh, yeah, everybody loves Ken Shea. You kidding? Everybody loves Webb.
Are you kidding me? Former champion. Steve was on the outside, nowhere to go, and the problem was that Ken Shea had to get around. That's what we're talking about pit road. When you lose track position, you have to go. It's one thing to hit your stall when you can slide in and there's nobody in the way. It's still hard.
You say Steve Weber.
It's like pitting at Walmart at 45 miles an hour. Into your stall. You got one.
Steve Weber, not only a former Winston Cup champion, but Steve Weber, not only a former Winston Cup champion, but former admin of the series. He was, I think, my second season here, and then he moved over to the Chicken Run on Tuesday nights. So he runs one of these Aero88 series for us weekly.
Really, nothing the 41 of Chris Beckman did wrong there. Just tight spaces. You can see bringing these big cars into those stalls is very difficult.
Meanwhile, we got the lights off on the FSB pace car, and Will Farmer, number 95, is going to lead us back to green. The fan club is fired up.
Dap yourself into a Slim Jim. Here comes the 23 car.
Brian Lamb in the 09 is... Ooh, he's been credited as Lucky Dog.
He's done some fishing. He's done some racing. This guy, I mean, how can you not love this guy? He gives everything to this league and makes setups and helps people, and then goes out there and shows you on the track with his sportsmanship and his skills.
And we are back to green. Brad Otto, Sam Young, and Tom Jackson starting on the inside line there. Old school style, lap cars on the inside.
Yeah, Tom Jackson.
Oh, 51's loose, and 23, 52, they're looking at... Oh, Brad Otto's around. Brad Otto's around in turn one, right in front of the field.
All the night gets hammered.
It is
a bunch of good cars are getting hammered right there.
Big one has struck.
The big one.
The big one.
Coming up on the halfway point, and we're going to have some serious damage cars here. Holy moly. What I was going to say about Tom Jackson, he crosses the line 8th there. Dude, this guy was just like watching on the broadcast, texting on YouTube. He'd like to get in these races one of these days. I used to race before, but I got to dust off my wheel and stuff, and he's out there competing, you know? I mean, he's very humble. He was like, you know, I don't feel really like I'm deserve to be out here. And it's like, well, you know, the rules are you sign up on Wednesday, you get to run on Friday, you know?
Take a look here at how Alex Jarvie got caught up in that.
Driven well, sorry.
You see, he just had nowhere to go. All these cars had nowhere to go. Just when the wreck happens like that in front of the track is locked solid. I think the 9 and the 89 cars, they're going to be in bad shape after that.
20 car involved in that.
Usually when a car tumbles or makes contact with a car that's got its wheels off the ground.
Wreck them, let's wreck
that does, yeah, that does some engine damage.
Dave Ellis did not want that to happen, but see, stuff was happening in front, so the 9 was slowing down, and
oh yeah, I mean when the track's stuffed like that in front of you, you can't slow down fast enough.
So that's just the racing stuff.
Yeah, you physically can't do anything about that. It's just it's an impossibility.
We'll try to get you some more in car of what you can actually see, which is not very much.
Even from the roof cam, like I drive, there's not a lot you can do when something like that goes down.
10-4. Oh, you know, I mean, racing is about, you know, bad life for some and opportunity for others, and making opportunity to win an FSB on Friday night.
Speaking of Friday night winners, but having different fortunes tonight, we have Brad Otto in the booth with us now. How you doing, Brad? Looks like you had a rough one there.
Inside lane sucks.
It is really slickery down there, isn't it?
I mean, I thought I was able to pull away and I was going to go high, and the front end just let loose and I couldn't keep a hold of it.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's tough. I usually, if I have to start on the inside, I like to drag the brake through 1 and 2 to try and hold it down at this track.
Yeah, you can see the progressive banking as, you know...
and this one's got regular banking. This is before progressive was a thing.
It looks like it's pretty flat down real low there compared to... Especially if you get on the apron, you know.
Yeah, I just hate it for the guys that were behind me. I screwed up a lot of cars.
Hey, it happens, man. We've all been there. You were racing for your lap back there, basically, right? You were just 1 down at the time.
the world
Oops.
in this league, and we've been around a long time, and you've always been just, a great friend, and I love this hat. You got us, definitely the FSB hats and stuff, and so I got to throw you a shout out,
I
1, 2,
appreciate it.
3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
Hoorah!
Hoorah.
Hoorah! Right on, Brad. So, enjoy yourself a adult beverage, and
Yeah, I'm going to go enjoy a few.
yeah,
Sorry, I tabbed over to type a message in the YouTube chat and accidentally changed TeamSpeak channels there. But yeah, don't dwell on it, Brad. We've all been there. You just file that in the bank for if you ever get stuck on the inside. Just drag the brake, and you'll get him next time, buddy.
10-4. I'll see you guys in the off season. Looking forward to TCR and the Indy cars. That should be very exciting.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, Brad, for all you do, making the FSB merch for everybody and their hats and all that good stuff.
10-4.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
Good friend.
Good night, Brad.
See you, Brett.
Hey, buddy.
All right, we got the lights off on the FSB pace car.
Well, when you get into sim racing and you start a league like we did, I don't know if we had the foresight to think that we would develop lifelong friendships, and that's one of the guys that I have one with, and it's really crazy, but cool, yeah. So let's line them up here. There's that guy, 54, Bill Yarborough, patient like he always is, P5 now. Right in front of him is Chris Beckman, Rick Johnson, the co-goat, Will Farmer on point. What's the veteran gonna do? You got youth and reactions versus skill. We got a lap car.
That's Sam Young down there in the 98.
That is the boss, the owner, operator of FSB Racing. Gonna let these guys by.
And meanwhile, looks like the professor has built up a nice head of steam there to try and take on young Will Farmer. Thinks better of it going into turn 1, though.
Well, like Darth Vader said to Obi-Wan Kenobi, the teacher has become the master. Well, let's see. The master is all over him, but I'm telling you, 95 is...
He's hungry. He wants one of these Friday night wins so bad he can taste it. I know the feeling. I've been there too. The thing you gotta do is you just gotta run.
If I was in this position, my feet would be shaking, and I'm not kidding you.
Well, we're not even halfway yet.
But it'd still be shaking. I'm telling you, my feet shake a lot. Want some stuff, but...
Yeah, before halfway, I definitely don't get that feeling. It's usually when it's getting down to it, and you're actually really racing for the win. Right now, it's just keeping that car in one piece. Will knows he's got to keep the right side on it. As you see, finally, Slim Jim gets by. He's going to bring the 52 with him. Well, 41 looks to reassert himself into the top 3 with a little help from the 15 of Matt Watkins. Chris Beckman looks to probably take the turn through. Third spot by the time we get to the line here.
Well, and like you said, all kidding aside, I totally agree, because this takes a little stress off the 95 now. Just try to get in line. And he's talked to us a lot about watching what these veterans do, and that is save tires. And
I'll tell you what the most important thing he got there is he got a feel for what that car is going to do in the lead, because it's different. When you're following and when you're leading, air on the nose versus air off the nose and off the spoiler, 2 totally different feels to the car around this track, so that's good information to have in the bank for later.
Absolutely. My former teammate, Rick Johnson, at 52, all over.
And
the
we
23.
have caution on the speedway again. Yeah, Brett Auto corrected your Star Wars line. But I wasn't going to call you on it. I think the caution may have involved 20 of Danny Falcon, as he seems to have retired. Let's see what happened here.
Student has become the master. Dougie B, best track I've been to watch a race in NASCAR by far. Yeah, awesome. You know, we get to see, sim racing kind of brings us to like the real stuff we've seen. You know, I mean, Rick Johnson waiting for the pace car, which here comes Johnny Rutherford. I think he's had a few too many shots of whiskey there.
Would have been Elmo Langley at this point. So here we go. Danny Falcon looks like he got in there behind the 90 of Matt Stewart, jumped out of the throttle, got loose there, and 007 comes along and helps him along.
What? Oh boy! Everybody else pits behind him. Uncharacteristic of the 52.
Yeah, to stay out like that.
There was like 15 laps there. Dorsey lead. That's my son. We need a win. 2 tires for the 23. Or was it fuel? Oh, there's contact between the 23 and the 57. Man, a lot going on. These guys, pit road is crazy. Wow, we got to go back and see what happened to the 23. It was light contact, or maybe it wasn't contact. Slim Jim Gately. Okay, let's take a look. Let's go back.
All right, here we got the 57 and the 23 on pit road.
Dave Ellens in here, but hold on a minute. We need to look at.
And it looks like 57 was just a little lost there, looking for his pit stall. Sideswiped. That blocked up the 59 and the 55.
Oh, and then they're 3 wide out. Okay, we got Dave Ellens out of the in-care center.
Oh, hey, unless they're following me around, I'm still out here putting away.
Oh, you are? Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's still fine. He hasn't hit anything.
Oh no, I've got pretty good damage, but, you know, it's a nice day for a drive.
Oh, I spoke too soon then.
Well,
it's hard to keep track.
Are you having fun, dude, or what? I mean, you've run great, but you've had some bad luck, man. I mean, really, seriously.
I'm disappointed. This car was fast in the long runs and just kept up picking up speed as the run went along, and now, you know, it is what it is.
All right.
That's racing, bro. I mean,
clear this up once and for all for Milty. What is that car?
Your car is badass, man. What is that thing? 57 Chevy or?
Yeah, it's a 57 Chevy something. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of like a Cadillac look.
He keeps calling it a Cadillac, and I'm like, that's a Chevy logo on the hood.
Chevy, man.
All right, well, thank you for the correction.
There you go.
There's going to be at least one broadcast when I say something stupid.
Anyway, yeah, keep having fun, guys. I'm going to listen in. So
here we go. Now I got my mouse pointer back on the screen, so I can point right to where it says Chevrolet. All right, thanks, Dave.
Yeah, just point that out to Milt.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like work now because I hear the same stuff.
I can only imagine.
But they love me.
It's all fun, Milt. Guys are doing great. We'll see you later. We're going green.
Brother. Take it easy.
All right, thanks, Dave. Yeah, we're going green, and man, 52 stayed out there the whole time. He did not come back in the top off or take tires.
Let's see if that was in his notebook, because I was his teammate, and he's got a notebook, ladies and gentlemen. Every track, what he wants to do, and what steering settings, and compared to what he ran last season, at least, which, you know, like in NASCAR, you see the same thing, but then, you know, setups get changed. You know, FSB is constantly like an amoeba. It moves. They don't just sit on, we're going to run this same thing every year. We want pro setups, and we want drivable setups. So we got plenty of guys, especially Slim Jim Gately, that work on these things. And
it's
in the
like
car,
it's like an amoeba.
Yeah, you know, kind of ebbs and flows. You know, amoeba kind of moves around and
with the tides. But anyway, here comes the green flag, and we're back at it.
Rick Johnson, the body man / drummer,
and Chris Beckman got a great start.
Racing, he's usually playing drums for his band. You know, you could definitely check him out on Facebook.
Yeah, Soundstorm.
This is a multi-talented dude right here. He works on severe hot rods. He's, you know, it's not, you know, get Mako. This is like, you know, classic cars. This dude, that's his profession, and also he likes to play the drums.
Here comes your pole setter, 41 of Chris Beckman.
41 from 17th place after the first pit stop, going for the lead.
And 52, Rick Johnson's just going to lay over.
Him.
Yeah, 52 is just going to let them go. He knows he's not going to hold that spot.
What he's going to want to do is see what they did to get him, and he wants to do that on the last lap.
Well, what they did is they got fresh tires, and he's got old ones that have at least 10 laps on them.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Snap. I forgot. I almost said something else here, but we got to be PG here.
I keep it like PG-13.
Yeah.
I think that allows us one F-bomb per broadcast, so use it wisely.
Yeah, you know, I got some in the bank, so I've been good. Been real good. Slim Jim Gately, Dave January there all night. You know, his ice chest is full of beer here, so he's definitely, he wants a taste of this too. Got podiums, great racer, had some time off like a lot of guys, but he's a serious pro. How about Terry Marinero in P6? We talked about him, kind of mired him back a little bit. Definitely some strategy there, but also great driving. You know, I know what I know, and I know what I see, and even though he's had some bad luck, I can see the car control. He is definitely capable of dealing with any of these guys, and he is P6.
Absolutely. Great run there for a 33 with
Brian
the outsiders. Yeah, Brian Lamb got back on the lead lap, and there he is fighting inside the top 10.
Yarborough hasn't been able to. He's been right about where he is, you know, right at the top 10 there. Struggling. Looks like that car is tight. He just hasn't been able to figure out how to get the tight out of that 54.
You know, Matt Watkins absolutely painting the line down there on the bottom.
What's Rick Johnson going to do? My guess is he's hoping for a long run here. He's
got a lead change. Here we go, 15 to the point.
10 or 15 laps, and then.
Oh, Lorenzo Wengler checking in. I hate to break it to you, but the 101 has already been KO'd. They got caught up in
he was on
in a bad deal there.
He just kept driving anyway because he tough. Rick Johnson's going to try to you know, get to the halfway point of this run. What he wants is a long run here, and then go. Oh, whoa! Alex Jarvie down low.
Yeah, he's off the pace. He's off the pace after that tumble. He's probably got heavy motor damage. He's just letting these guys go. But meanwhile, Chris Beckman is just getting freight trained here. He might drop all the way back to Rick Johnson when this is all said and done.
Choo-choo! Steve Weber, what damage does he have? We don't really know, but that car doesn't seem as good. Looks good, but doesn't seem as good as it was before. Evan Castle, the 55 car, has really battled from P24, 25. He's P14, really trying to get in the top 10 in that Red Baron car.
If you look on the right where I'm pointing on the corner of Steve Weber's car, you can see that gap. That is not good. That's a serious aerodynamic disadvantage.
And these guys are capitalizing on it. Mr. Bojangles. Ed Fowler came in to the booth. He was masked up, you know, but
well, he just got back from Georgia, a little vacation. He flew himself because he's also a licensed pilot. Flies some commercially too.
Yeah, these guys are exceptional individuals out here. Matt Stewart and Chad Barkin. Chad Barkin his main goal lately has been getting his computer to run well, because it's just been killing him in multiple sims, and we're seeing a long, good,
yeah, he's currently 18th on lead lap.
68 here, and that's what he wants. I mean, that's what he needs. He wants to keep working, but it's hard when you're running, and he's taking a look at the 90 car and making the pass, maybe or not. They're side by side.
Yeah, Will Farmer and I were talking with him about some stuff that might be causing his issues, and maybe he's got that sorted out. Hope so. And it's good to see a good run at 68, see what he's really capable of.
Dave Ellens in that 57 Chevy. It was a 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile.
Well, he has said he's got damage, and you can see he just drops to the bottom and lets these guys go.
But he's still having fun out there and running. 007, along with them, our boy Dan the Man.
Now, they took this restart on lap 70, so I'd say somewhere around lap 100 to 102 is when you're going to start seeing people come in for their final pit stops.
And you can make it to the end from there.
And you can make it to the end from there, indeed. I think that's something that... I think that's what Rick Johnson was playing at. I think he was going to need to make one stop anyway, so I think he was maybe trying to catch a caution. Especially if he pits before them.
Couple cars just kind of languishing there. Pop Smarts. And
we got 3 wide on the front stretch here. Dan Jones, Chet Barkin, and Matt Stewart.
And who's in the lead again?
Yeah, Matt Watkins. You can see I was paying more attention to this battle on the right side of the screen, which has been sorted out there with Dan Jones prevailing over those 3 cars.
Yeah. Look, that's huge progress for Chet there, because he's a great driver, man.
Whoa, Webb got right on the back of the 9 car there.
He needs his computer to not let him down, and it's not like he hasn't spent the money, and he's got a top-notch rig. It's just
he's got a better graphics card than me, at least.
It's the fine-tuning of how this stuff works, you know. 2 guys that have been going at it for years. The 15, the younger of the 2 pair, Matt Watkins.
Man, Matt's younger than me.
Jim Gately. These guys know each other like the back of their hand. Then you got the youngster, the 16-year-old. 16, 17?
18.
18.
Just graduated high school and got his full-fledged license here in New Jersey.
He's got to have a real license. But he's been racing for years already. And
Well, New Jersey, New Jersey does a provisional license now at 17, and then you get your full-fledged one at 18.
Dave Jandry, right there. This young fella in the 95 is surrounded by 100 years of sim racing experience.
And I tell you, the 52 has dropped way back.
It don't matter, you know. Go out there and win this thing, son.
52 Rick Johnson has just dropped like an anchor. He's now into the clutches of the 2-car of Ed Fowler. They're battling for 15th place there.
What would be a plan for that? That wouldn't be a plan. Obviously, because no matter what he does, he can't make it to the end, so...
Well, I'm going to keep the right side camera on him, keep the spectator cam on your leaders on the left.
What is he doing?
We're going to see pit stops somewhere in the next 12, 13 laps.
Is he going to try to go?
Yeah.
Is he going to try to go less fuel and 2 tires?
I don't know what he's playing at, but we're going to find out in a little bit. Meanwhile, I am going to step aside for just a minute and hand it over to Milty.
Oh my gosh. It's on me. Ah! Matt Watkins in the lead from the rear with the gear again. Why does this happen? It's just perfect execution. It's executing your pit stops and having some luck as far as missing stuff, but sometimes luck is how you make it, you know. Once he gets out in front, he's been a teammate before in road racing when we did 24 Hours Le Mans, and this is the most, he's a mild-mannered guy, but he's actually the most intense guy behind the wheel. I mean, he is sawing that car. Coming up on the lap traffic here. Bob Williams letting them by there. Tough luck for Bob, you know what I mean? That's racing. The 41 here, a couple races in here, and he's got to be salivating. I mean, he's got to be like, you know, because he's got skills. 9-car of Ken Hansen in on pit road with damage now. Really, you know, just trying to get the best finish for the beer can here. Sucks for them, you know. That's racing. Still a great battle here back in the back. But you got to think pit stops are coming for all the leaders. Looking at the scanner, don't see nothing there. Chet Barkin battling with the 58 of Johnny Five Fingers. They're going at it. These dudes are battling for 20th place like they mean it, you know? And they're digging it. Dan Joe's taking a look at the 2-car. Ed Fowler can't make the pass.
And that is for 13th and 14th position back there. As you see, we've got a breakaway here. The front 4 have checked out.
Yeah, that's where it's coming to. Marinell got a taste of that sauce right there. And he was like, man, you know, now I know.
Maybe used up a little too much tire?
Used a little too much tire, probably, or, I mean, it's just inches and tire temp. I mean, these guys are, when you're in the driver's seat like Terry is in the 5th place here, you've made great strides you got skills. You've run. You probably won stuff. You know, I'd like to know his history because he is definitely a serious driver. But he's got to be going, are you kidding me right now? And I know that feeling because it's like late in these runs when they start to run, it's like what I'm doing. To me, the car feels great. I'm doing everything I need to do.
Yeah, those
trying to save tires, and these guys are pulling away. But it's so that's where the skill goes. Looking at the scanner, nothing here. Going to contact
Pops.
with the 40. Pops did not give room to the 41 there.
No caution.
And but the 41 kind of drifted up, expecting him to give him the room. Hard lick for the old man. I can say that because he's like the only guy older than me, so. Around here. You know.
Rick Johnson. Did Rick Johnson pit? 'Cause now he's moving, he's tearing through cars.
Okay, we got something on the scanner here. Fowler pitting. Farmer pitting. Bill Farmer. Still not the leaders.
Dan Jones coming in ahead of Ed Fowler there. And Bill Farmer right ahead of him. Ooh, Dan caught a little bit of the wall. I don't know if it was enough to do damage.
This is in the window, plenty. But how far do you want to go? There's smoke on pit road. 007, Bob Williams. 57. Beckman's sitting here in fourth. What do I do? This guy's, I'm telling you right now, this guy's going to be in every race he runs in this league.
Absolutely.
And he's pitting, and they're all pitting down pit road. Matt Watkins smokes them down. Side by side at 23. They're side by side at 23 gets them. Did they speed? Are you kidding me? The 23 has problems. I'm joking. Getting into a stall, but he makes it. That was a huge left-hand turn. Exit stays left. No problem.
Will Farmer overshoots his box badly. Has to back up.
This is where men and sheep are afraid. 41. Chris Beckman, 4 tires. That qualifying spot helped him. Slim Jim Gately in the back.
15 down and away. 23 down and away. 41 rolling.
Still, here comes Slim Jim Gately on the outside. They're racing. Coming out of pit road. It's legal. He can't make it happen, but he is all over him.
That costs Will Farmer.
41 gets loose.
Dear.
They're side by side. There's contact. The 23 and the 41 going at it. Still side by side, and the veteran Slim Jim Gately gets around him. That was a power move right there. Welcome to the league, son.
Man, I thought Chris was going to get caught up in the marbles up there up top, but he held it. It looks like those two just yarded everybody.
I think it was because Chris got loose coming out. He executed perfectly. Slim was going to put a fender on him, and he didn't, but there was just maybe sleight of hand, a matchstick in between them. But this ain't over. The 41 is, all right, let's do this. Matt Watkins in P2, and now P1.
Yeah, you got a huge lead.
The trademark pit stop at the end of the races. How does he do this every time? He's done it in the Indy 500. He's done it in 7 championships. And he's got a lap car of Johnny Doucette. Really does a great job there. But that was a scary moment on cold tires. Once again, he just shows who he is. I'm Matt Watkins.
Meanwhile, that pit overshoot was disastrous for the 95. As you see, he is just in front of the 52 now, but 5 seconds back of this.
Guys are
guys.
they're pissed. You know, I mean, they want to end his dominance here, and they've put everything into this thing and
there's a
put
rumor.
on a show. I mean,
There's
gotta
a
be pissed, man.
there's a rumor out there, guys. By the way, that Matt Watkins is a robot.
I would believe that. In fact, I think I may have.
No,
I
you
may
know
have
what?
spread
I
some of that
disagree with
rumor.
that. He is a intense, young. Well, he's not young. You know,
He's younger
he's
than
younger
me.
than me.
Yeah, I think he's still in his 30s.
There's just something about game day about that guy that.
Now, he may not be a robot, but in sim racing, he's what you call an alien. Just one of those guys that's just fast everywhere at an impossible rate.
Robots would get beat here because people would outthink.
Oh, Johnny Doucette around on the
cars
backstretch.
around.
Chris
Johnny
Beckman
Doucette.
taking evasive action to the bottom. Caution on the speedway, and this, as they say, changes everything.
This ain't over. What do you do now?
Well, this is exactly what the 52
What do you
wanted to
do
see.
now?
You got to
Absolutely.
pit.
What do you
You
do
gotta
now?
get tires.
I mean,
You gotta
You
get
gotta get
tires.
tires.
You
You
saw
gotta-
what
you gotta-
happened to the 52 of
he
Rick
went
Johnson.
backwards.
He went backwards, but now he's in 6th spot, so he's gonna have a chance to get back in this. Will Farmer can recover from his
What do you gotta
pit
do?
disaster.
You gotta get more beer.
Ooh,
That's
Slim
for sure.
makes contact.
Oh, so for our fans, my coworkers, I hope my buddy Kip, you know, got enough beer before the race because he lives up in the mountains there. So, you know, pack it up, get you another cold one because this ain't over yet. We got about 25 to go here, folks. I'll be right
Oh yeah,
back.
Slim did get a piece of that. I don't know if it did damage to him though. But you see, Johnny Doucette just his lap traffic came to him, kind of changed lines in the middle of the corner there, and I think the back end stepped out. I don't think there was any contact before that. See, oh, he got the apron. He got the apron. That's what shot him up. And once that happens, that car is just going. Little nudge from the 23. Look at the 41's evasive action here. Woohoo! That is some heads-up driving on the part of Chris Beckman in the number 41 machine. And Johnny Doucette, he didn't hit anything, so he should be okay, I think. But that brings out the caution that changes all that pit strategy that we had unfolding there. You know, resets that huge lead that Matt Watkins and Slim and all them had on Will Farmer, and the cars on back of him. I think some guys might take 2. In fact, I think that might be what the 41 did. 41 comes out in the lead. He had to have taken 2 because he got a huge lead off the corner.
Another great broadcast there, Shawn Reap.
Thank you, Sammy, and thanks for all you do. Another great season, and we saw record numbers in just about every series. Applicants have been flooding in. This whole global situation has definitely increased the interest as people have found themselves at home, and you've been there handling all that. So we appreciate all you do too, buddy.
Thank you, sir. I see we almost had we had 30 in the house tonight.
Get over 30.
Watching live.
Watching live. That's 30 now. Yeah. Yeah, 38
great?
starters on the. I expanded the ticker to 36, and it's still not enough.
Still not enough. No, what a great show!
Well, I
Great show these
definitely
guys are.
got, like 3 coworkers working, watching Kip Vickers and Isaac the Animal Lopez and my helper George. So get ready, boys. We got a show coming up here.
Isaac the Animal. I like that.
Oh yeah, his mom actually called him that when he was a kid. So
I could totally see a mother pinning that nickname on someone too.
you're an animal.
I have a few choice ones for my own.
Aren't you Milton the Monster?
Absolutely, originally, you know,
Junior.
that darn cartoon back in the day, you know, these young guys, you know, I'll be like, you know, my name's Milt, you know, Milton the Monster, and they just look at me. Well, I guess you never saw that cartoon. You know?
Well, actually, yeah, I did. Yeah, those old the Marvin the Martian cartoons, right? With the big hairy monster he made. But for my generation and the ones after me, Milt is or Milton is a character in Office Space. He's played by Stephen Root. You may have seen on Man in the High Castle, but he's a very nervous guy. Like they had fired him years ago, but no one ever bothered to tell him. They were still glitching the system out and still sending him a paycheck.
Yeah, always the sidekick, you know. I guess I'm like that, you know.
Like, I believe you have my stapler.
I think we're going to have a restart with 21 to go.
Sounds about right. Now, the lights are off on the pace car, so yeah.
Filmer is a boss. George Washington 14, absolutely. Look, I mean, what he's done, I mean, he just got a license, you know, a couple years ago, but...
Oh, he just got his full-fledged license just this month.
He's got some serious skills and experience now. He's not a rookie no more.
Will Farmer born on the 4th of July.
When he has talked about, like when he's been out of races and he's coming in the booth and he's talked about, you know, what he should have done or what he saw guys do, he's been paying attention. And he's been gobbling up this info.
Yeah, he's a student of the game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I made the mistake of teaching him a trick at Pigs Creek Super Speedway.
Don't teach us kid anything.
In one of those TCRs. This is a couple TCRs ago. So the very next Super Speedway season, what does he do? He uses my trick to win the damn race at Pigs Creek.
Don't teach us kids anything.
That's what makes the racing better. That's what...
Absolutely. And we are back to green.
Founded on. Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
We got a gaggle of cars up front here.
Rick Johnson on the outside. 3 wide on Dave Jeffrey.
Oh, Ken Shea's around. And we got another big one here.
And Ken Shea. Is the caution out?
Oh, yeah.
3 wide still.
That's definitely a caution as they race back here.
And the caution is out. They're still racing. Back Brian Lamb. Looking at the 51. He can't make that pass, but definitely some action.
Everybody's trying to get some camera time in this last race.
Oh, Mr. Bojangles was dancing right there with the 91. Let's see what happened. Take a look at the 91 here. Ken Shea. You know, last week, I was like, the Japanese American. Actually, he's.
I was going off that information from what you said, yeah. It looks like he just got into one.
Like Jerry Forkolb.
Oh, no, Ken's own brother showed up in the chat.
Yeah, he had family that lived in Japan, so I was almost right, you know.
Well, there you have what happened. He just got into turn 1 and got wall sucked up there. And Terry Marinero followed him right in. And it's on from there. Ken Hansen, Pops Margison, Bill Farmer, Ed Feller, Dan Jones.
A beer can.
Got about a 7-car pile up there.
There's beer and Valvoline all over and you know, honey all. Ken Shea disappears there. He is done there. Wow, that's great. That's what, you know, it's getting down to crunch time now. These guys are going for it, and we just lost about 7-8 cars there. There's some serious damage. Let's see if we can get Dan Jones. We told you to bring it back in one piece, Mr. Bond.
So far, so good.
He misses the degradation there. How about that?
Yeah, how's the car looking after that there, Dan?
Good. Just tires worn.
Just the tires? All right. Wow, I wasn't sure if he hit hard enough for damage or anything. Hey, Milt, Will's asking to be dragged up by his hair, if possible. Giggity.
Yeah, you know, his dad would kick my butt, but
no, he'd probably want to know what he did to deserve it, and if he can get a shot in too.
And there you have it. Will Farmer, you got a copy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Will.
Man, you're
I'm not
giving it a
sure.
great run out there, buddy.
Oh, thanks. This is one of my favorite tracks, and I know it's a lot of drivers' favorite track. That's why we had a full field tonight. But
Yeah, everybody loves Atlanta 97.
Yeah, but the battling, I mean, you guys are not hanging about. You guys are going at it. And
yeah,
can you guys take down the 15 now that he's in front?
He's crazy, man. We're going to try our best, I think. That last restart was wild with all those cars. I posted in the chat there. I was like, guys, let's just stay in line, work together, not go 3 wide. And we went 3 wide. And
yeah, I was going to say, that lasted about 100 feet.
That's like the kiss of death.
We're racing here, boy. We're racing.
I know, but it's not worth the wreck. Right. Thankfully, that wreck didn't happen up front, but still.
Well, absolutely, you're right. I mean, you need to sort it out, and then let's battle at the end of the race here. Let's not get, especially on cold tires right here. But then again, guys want to make spots, so
I understand.
We're on TV, we're live, and we want to put a show on.
And this is our last shot of the season.
But
yeah,
I think that's the big thing about your success. Is that maturity that you have, and that's exactly that's great.
Well,
you're absolutely right. I mean,
I'm trying to be patient.
It's not the last of the race. It's still 20 to go. So,
well, now that there's 20 to go, I think some bets are going to be off.
Yeah,
now. It's going to be game time.
Yeah.
Tires? What tires? Screw the tires.
I'm still going to try to save a little tires before we go wild, but
yeah, it's going to be tires have to die a hero now because it's showtime.
So, Will, if you're going to make passes, I mean, now with this frantic pace, how do you do that and not let Matt Watkins just walk away? I mean,
I think what you got to do is you either got to wait for somebody to mess up, or you got to try to get a run somewhere where they're not expecting it, whether it just be coming out of turn 2 going into 3. If you just get that little bit of run, there's no give or take now, man. It's just go time. If you get the run, you stick your fender out and pray.
Yeah, let's hope that
it's going to be go time.
If they saw the 54 post, right?
Can the high line get the low line? I mean,
54's got no third gear, so that's
going to be low line for sure, Milt. I'm jumping down. Good luck.
Good
luck, son.
And we'll see. Hopefully, I'll see you guys at the end of the race.
Yeah, I hope the rest of the field behind the 54 saw that message from him that he is missing third gear, because that'll have him very slow after the start-finish line. You take your start in second gear here, and he's going to have to, jump it straight to fourth.
That's going to backlog us.
See, I would have just let cars behind me go.
Trying to let everybody by, and he does a great job.
Oh man, there's still 3 wide going into turn 1. Ryan Johnson up the hill.
Involved there. That's going to affect these leaders. Oh, the 55 hit on Evan Castle. Hard lick into the wall. That's got to be it.
Oh, and they are wrecking hard on the backstretch.
Oh my gosh, that was a hard lick.
Well, Dan had a front row seat for that one too.
Holy, that scared me, man.
Oh my gosh, that was a hard lick. Good thing it wasn't real, because that was a head-on.
My heart's pounding.
Into the safer barrier there.
I almost hit the wall going in there.
Wow.
Well, let's just look at it first from Dan's perspective there. On board the 007 and see what we see on the restarts here. You see 57 let everyone go. A lot of these cars are all out of sorts. I'm seeing 3 wide, I'm seeing 4 wide. And then, man, the 55 Red Baron Pizza. Oh, inches to spare to the inside wall for Dan.
Yeah, I got a little loose cutting it so hard there, right?
Alright, and so there is Evan Castle, the 55. We haven't talked about him much tonight. This isn't the way he wanted to get on camera.
Let's hope he comes out of the end. James Bond going down into the apron there. Great move by the 007 there.
You can see Evan Castle on the 55 was just loose up top, came down onto the right side of the 52, and then took that hard right into the old school solid concrete, no safer barrier wall here at 1997 Atlanta. So you know that one hurt. Pops
Awesome
Marguson
race,
once
Tom.
again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pops Marguson also just nowhere to go there. He's smoking.
Bam! Into Rick Johnson. Did that give Rick Johnson damage?
I wouldn't think so.
The 88 and the Steve Weber, the big cactus from Arizona, former champion. He's been beat up like a bowling pin tonight. Pops Marguson's on fire. Come on, Pops. Come on, old man. I can say that because he's actually older than me. So
that's what you said last
time. Get
time.
on that thing.
Well, now we're going to restart this thing. Just about 10 to 12 laps to go.
Toby ran here for years. Got, multiple grandkids checking him out, rooting for Pops in that 99 Scotch Blue Ford. But tonight, it's not going to be his night. But he'll never give up, I'll tell you. He drove with one eye for a while, when he had eyes.
He drove with one eye twice. Yeah, cataract. Yeah, cataract surgery on one eye. Let that heal, then went and got surgery on the other one. Kept racing right through it.
Yeah, he never missed a beat.
No, I finished third at Sonoma the day after surgery on my left knee.
This guy in the 41,
a mistake.
Chris Beckman, I just don't know. I don't know the superlatives right now. I'm just so impressed.
Where did he come from? So fast.
He is fast.
I mean, this race has been from the back and forth for this guy, and his skill and patience, and some luck, but I mean, the car is clean, good, and fast. And
I think we're going to get this restart with 11 to go here, actually.
This guy is world class, I'm telling you. It smells like chicken, it's probably chicken, This guy good.
You see, there he is in front of.
He's got these two legendary drivers in front of him. Matt Watkins and the 23 of Slim Jim Gately. Doris is got her hands together right now. Praying, come on, son. But she knows what he can do, and
just sits there.
Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? I mean, it's going to happen the way it's going to happen. But
Matt twitches a touch. Gately's got him.
But he don't twitch.
I know.
He
That's the problem.
All season.
Yeah, we're asking Will before.
Maybe could Slim put a fender on him?
Maybe
we're asking
Earnhardt move. Yes.
These guys have really been really clean all year, but is it time to maybe? It's the last race of the season. It's not for a championship.
We were asking before what it might take to get around Matt Watkins.
Put a fender on them. I don't know.
And what Will didn't say was what I was thinking, which was it's going to take everybody ganging up on him. You got to gang up on him, and then it's every man for himself.
The thing is about the 15 is pit stops are.
Pit stops are over. You run it, you brung at this point.
Guy in the history of my sim racing, which I've won 15 championships and I've got over 200 wins in this league, and I've only seen one other guy that compete with those pit stops, and that was Damien Gostilla. And
pace cars off.
And restarts, same thing.
All right, let's hope we get this one restarted clean and green to the finish. Hopefully those lap traffic can hopefully sort themselves out quickly.
Great jump.
Oh, Slim Jim to the apron.
Slim Jim to the apron.
He hangs on, never lifted. But he's going to lose some ground.
There goes Rick Johnson, the other goat. he's going to want to help the 23 here.
And McQueen goes with the 41. They got the momentum on the high side. Oh, you could hear the 95 had to lift. 95 had to lift off 4 there. He got loose up top.
They're going to try to strand the 41 here. They're going to try to strand Beckman with that inside line, and they gang up.
Yeah, but now Slim picks up.
Trying to take a good apex, but they're going to dive in on him. 10 to go. Meanwhile, Matt Watkins with the nose on the air on the nose. Nose on the air. That's a good one.
He's gotten his nose on the air plenty tonight, that's for sure.
Here comes this draft. This is the last race of the season for a month.
They're gonna
we'll be off for about a month.
They're gonna gang up on this Matt Watkins. I'm seeing it coming.
They gotta. That's their chance. And look at where Dan Jones come from.
Dan Jones, by the way, won a championship this season. His very first championship at FSB.
He did.
Congrats to you, Jan.
He's not up in the channel anymore. He's focusing, hanging on that lead pack.
But yeah, whooped my butt. So I know he's capable of it. Congratulations.
Yeah, Dan Jones, my teammate there, winning the Super Speedway Series championship.
Didn't Dan Jones steal a King of the Hill from you?
Yes, he did. That's what Milty's talking about.
1 point. Here comes Rick Johnson down low.
Rick's looking underneath Slim.
He's not getting much draft help.
I don't know. He might have McQueen with him.
Where did Rick come from?
Yeah, Goatville.
He came from the championship locker you got there, Sam. With all the trophies. What's the 15 going to do? He's trying to defend. 52's trying to come out.
That was a mistake on the 52's. Oh, caution is out.
And the caution is out.
Might have
Should be good here for a restart.
Green-white checkered here.
Green-white checker.
Was that 5 to go when they took
6
it?
to go.
6 to go. Okay, so we're going to get a green-white checker.
6 to go, excuse me.
We did get a green flag pit stop in tonight.
Yes, we did.
The cream rises to the top, but how about
what?
Hey, Dan Jones.
There.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on your championship, sir.
Thank you, Sam.
Dan won the Super Speedway championship this season.
Well, you know, one of the best road racers I've ever ran against. But he wins the Super Speedway championship. This guy can multitask here for sure.
Looks like the 99 was slow down the backstretch, and then the 335 just came along and didn't expect to run up on him that quickly.
Well, when you look at 36 cars or whatever started this race, the professional long green flag runs, it's, you know, it's FSB racing. Now what you gonna do? I mean, you look at this stud lineup here. I mean, this is like the Patriots here. Tom Brady. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. You know, I mean, but what can these guys do? Matt Watkins, the veteran.
I see those guys up
He
front
ain't
just
tripping,
mixing
man.
it up,
I mean,
man.
he will not. You know, I'm going to try to jinx him, you know, because why not?
Thanks, bud.
Let's jinx him, you know. But I'm going to say he will not blow this restart. He will change it up a little bit, slightly. The rules at FSB are you can't do, like, stupid stuff, you know, where you, like, drag the whole field and then create it.
And then jump the start.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That would actually not work in his favor anyway with the draft here, because they would just rubber band back to him.
So they don't have, you know, that kind of silly stuff to.
Yeah, you think
but
he's
it's
done
all
so
about
well.
hitting the, you know,
take off from
hitting
the
it.
pack.
There are some restart games that can go on though, and the king
But
of
there
that
are,
was
yeah.
it would be the 15. He knows what to do with that.
Well, exactly, but it's
Yeah,
got to
right.
be subtle, but it's still subtle is enough. Is he thinking that, or is he like, I've nailed every restart. What's in the minds of the guys behind him?
Yeah, what's Slim
Is he
doing?
going to try something different, or
Lights are still
like,
on.
Rick Johnson's up on the high line right there, and he's probably consulting his book. Okay, what do I do here?
You can't
I'm
wait.
telling you, the 52 has a buck. Okay, well, first I went to the bathroom before I, started the race. And he is a serious individual.
They got to reduce that rear weight, so that helps.
You have to try something with this restart because the 15 is not going to blow this
The
restart.
95 has been, what can you say? I mean, this whole season he's been serious and creating his craft. Every race he gets better. He's got tons of experience in front of him, but now he's like young man rumble, young man rumble. It's like Muhammad Ali right now. It's time
Lights are off.
to knock Sonny Liston off his rocker here.
Green
Lights
white
are
checker.
off. It's
So
yeah.
no matter what, whoever, yep, you got to race it. Race
Actually, it's a
hard.
1 lap shootout, right?
Yep.
Oh no, it's right, green white checker because we're going to take the restart on lap 131. Then we have to complete 132. So yeah, 2 laps, green white checker.
Yeah, this is a 2003 simulation. The rules were different than they are now, but fortunately we get to see one more shot at this. Unlike the green white checker you see with like NASCAR today.
Yeah, in real NASCAR rules, you'd see the leader has to take the white flag for it to be counted.
So this is what we got here. Have these guys put on a show tonight? Thanks to everybody for watching. Still 22
thanks.
watching.
All year
My
long.
co-workers, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate all the regular watchers. Doris is right here sitting.
I hope she's still with us.
Race.
Hope she's still here with us because Slim's got a real shot at this.
She commented once, but she's still watching. I guarantee it. Come on, Slim.
Here we go, Will Farmer. We're on board. Oh, he tried to restart it in first, and that does not work. Oh, no! Oh, that's going to end the race, unfortunately.
Wolf Farmer around, and yeah, first gear not good. These cars are not set up for first gear restarts. Second gear.
Some tracks they are, but not this one. This one needs second gear, and even then he can spin the wheels. So
Back
do they
to
have
the
anything?
line,
Do they have
they're
anything
still
from
racing.
Atkins?
Rich Johnson still wants a piece of the 23, and he will not get it, but he will get a podium. The drummer is been doing life here, but he comes back and gets a podium. Great job, Slim Jim. Great job, Matt Watkins. It's Matt Watkins.
And here is that restart, and you see he just lost it. Couldn't quite hold on.
Spin the tires there.
Right in front of it. Oh, Ken
You
Hansen.
got 750 horsepower right there.
Ken Hansen, Evan Castle, as if he hasn't been hit hard enough already.
If you don't practice that, you can't pull it out of a hat. You can't.
And we learned Tuesday night.
Disrespect, but
We learned Tuesday night that just
there's
wasn't going to
Doris.
work.
Son is P2. Great drive for the 23.
Yeah, he had a shot at it.
Will pays
They
the
knew he was there.
price for that. Look, the less that should be. Look, this is his building curve. Man, it's easy for me to sit here and talk about how anybody should do anything. I'm not out there. If I was out there, I'd be in the rear with the gear. No matter what I've done in the past.
And you can see.
This is, pinnacle of NASCAR 2003 pro stock car racing.
I see all the competitors taking their free shots on Matt Watkins. He's your race winner. He's your champion. Your champion by a comfortable margin.
I'm working on this guy to do some endurance racing with us. I'm like, take a beating like a man, like the rest of us have. You've won a lot of stuff, so come out here and see what we're doing, and probably get your butt kicked. But in this is Matt Watkins at his prime. He just destroyed the season, and there was no smoke and mirrors. I could analyze, if I could analyze everything he does: execution, speed, smarts. He's got it all, and he's your champion. That's what a champion does.
And we'll see if he burns it down here. He has teammate
Steve Weber
right there with him.
Steve
that special
Weber,
scheme.
They get back together with Monsoon after some time off, not being teammates, and their friendship. I don't know how to say this. There's the 54. They're teammates, but Steve Weber's been through a lot of life challenges, and he was away from sim racing for a while, but he's really their team leader, even though he's not the voice. He's the voice of calmness. When you meet and talk to Steve Weber, he's a very special guy, and for them,
and doing a little burnout for Steven there.
Yeah, and his son, he's been through a lot of challenges, and for their team to win here, and them to all be back together, and for Steve to be able to get back to racing, what he's had to been through, and it's very, very cool.
Absolutely. We'll let you to it, gathering up our podium finishers here. Again, Matt Watkins is your winner. Slim Jim Gately second. Rick Johnson third. Chris Beckman fourth. Our in-race reporter Dan Jones holds on to fifth there. Brian Lamb came back from being a lap down and almost caught up in a wreck while pitting there to finish sixth. Matt Stewart, Steve Weber, and Terry Marinero and Billy Yarbrough rounding out your top 10. And looks like we got them already. All right, Rick Johnson, great run there. Maybe just needed a little more time to get around him. But question we had is, when you stayed out that one time, what was the strategy you were playing at? Because it looked like it almost cost you.
Yeah, it was just a bonehead move, I guess. Looking back, when I was just hoping a lot of guys would stay out. Early, we were going maybe 10 laps and a caution would come out, so I was just maybe hoping.
I know.
I figured that'd be the time we get the green flag pit stops, too.
I was like, this dude has a book.
It was like 50 laps to go in a race. I was like, I don't think we're going green all the way. Yeah.
Does it say that in his book? I don't know, man.
Well, it was actually just before halfway.
That's the first time I think I've ever seen you make a mistake, Rick.
Well, he recovered from it nicely to strong third place.
It's a different strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why you're the brains of the operation.
Well, great run there, Rick. Slim, man, you had Mama Gately in the house cheering for you. Did you have anything for him if we could have gone green those last two laps?
Didn't appear that I did. It's kind of like last week's, just one of those tracks you can just get right up to the bumper, and Leslie just make a little bit of a goof. You just can't get up underneath them.
Well, we were speculating that what you guys had to do was team up.
just wasn't enough time there with the caution coming out. If you could have worked him a little bit, you might have been able to. I was thinking, Slim needs to put a bumper on the 15.
It doesn't work at these speeds.
He's got the championship. I don't care. I mean, wreck his butt.
Matt reminded me last week that last year, I think it was at the same track, right, Matt? That you.
Unfortunately, it was.
And he goofed a little bit right there at the end, and I got around him and won the race. So I knew he wasn't going to make that same mistake.
Totally
again.
thinking about that too.
I knew you would.
Well, great job there, Slim. You jumped up 7 spots. Don't die, Milty. In the final standings, they're up to 6th. Dan Jones jumps 3 up to round out the top 5, and Mark DeCenza 4th in the point standings there, with behind Webb, Yarborough, and Watkins. And speaking of Matt Watkins there, for once I picked the winner of the race. I went out on a limb, picked the upstart in that 15, and yeah.
Can't even talk,
Waiting for the Vegas payout on that one. But great job, Matt. And you just had him covered all night.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks. It's so fun here, and I just say to get track position, I felt pretty good. I was just nervous on restarts because I couldn't find sweet spot. First gear was too high. Second gear fell a little too low, so I was a little nervous those last few restarts. Slim Mike.
We saw Will Farmer try first gear at the end and didn't work out for him.
First gear doesn't work, especially on old tires. They've been cycled a few times, and that did not work out well for the 95.
Yeah, I tried on the second to last restart, and it got a little jumpy, so I was like, well, we'll just do a second, hope for the best. But also, big congratulations to Bill and Webb for top 3 in the points. They did really nice this year, and good job.
That's a monsoon sweep, isn't it?
It is. It is.
All right.
Good job, those guys. But good job to Slim again, starting even further back than I did right there. And
yeah, you guys both started in the back all season long. So Matt Watkins went from the back to the front for 12 straight races to take the championship.
Takes a lot of luck to do that. You gotta miss a lot of wrecks and be very
yeah.
fortunate,
Yeah. Well, you know what they say: luck resides at the intersection of preparation and circumstance. So you had the preparation and just had to have the circumstances work out. But it's no accident that you're able to pull that off. So congratulations, Matt. Cementing the reputation as the co-goat there. I think that's about your 9th or 10th Winston Cup.
I mean, I can't really.
Like that.
I would say like almost the 3 of you guys are like trip goats. I mean, I don't know.
No, don't start that, Milt. I ain't in their league.
Oh, whatever.
Well, I mean,
whatever.
I mean, you don't. I don't know. I mean, we don't have enough time. We could get into this discussion, but guys are badass.
I will say that the 23 is at the bottom.
You do it when things go bad, and you do it when things go good. But I mean, sportsmanship, and also, putting the deal out there on the track. I mean, it's just straight up. I mean, these guys are pros. I mean, everybody out there are serious individuals, and you just do a little better. I mean, it's no smoke and mirrors. I mean, I could sit there and analyze, and I try to in the broadcast, or these little snippets of things that get done are that's a 10th here, that's a 10th there. I mean, it's pretty, I mean, it's amazing, I mean.
Well, Slim sells himself short here, but I'd say all 3 of these guys are at the bottom of the list. I'd like to see in my rearview mirror on a restart like Matt had to face there. Yeah, so great job, everybody. Great season. Thanks for joining us after all these races.
The races, the shows, I mean, everybody that shows up, my friends that show up and watch, I mean, they're like, man, you guys are better than NASCAR. You guys really, every single race, there's a show. It's very exciting. Thank you, guys.
Well, we appreciate what you two do as well, because it wouldn't be a show without both of you guys.
Absolutely.
No problem, man. It's been a lot of fun. And, of course, thanks, as always, my partner there, Milt Minter. Couldn't do it without you. Someone's got to fill the dead air while I chase down those replays. and everything else you do, keeping Budweiser stock up.
I'm good.
Hey, I got it. Before you finish out, Shawn, I just got to tell Matt, congrats. Great job, dude, as always, and well deserved, man.
Absolutely. Congrats, Matt.
You too. Heck of a job.
You guys have raced against each other for years, and it's been, to see the friendly, hard competition and the respect you guys give each other on the track. And
hey, we've had our moments, haven't we, Matt?
Well,
Matt and I have been racing.
Absolutely is. It's like people you love.
Matt's been doing this since he was about Will Farmer's age, hasn't he?
I still love you, bro.
Yes, that's quite a while ago.
I've literally battled for wins with this guy, I guess hundreds of times. I think he's come out on top more than me, but we've had a lot over the years.
There you go. There's our Petty and Pearson.
15 years.
What was that?
I said we've been a racer for about 15 years together, I believe. So
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, awesome, and thanks for all you guys do join us.
That's a good,
good analogy there.
Who's Petty and who's Pearson?
I think we know.
And let's not leave the 52 out either.
Absolutely.
I knew I was his lunch a while ago, and I managed to stay in front of him.
Well, Rick multitasks. He plays in the band, does body work, does life. But when he shows up, the last two races, you guys knew he was there.
Any race, he's there.
Yep.
Well, guys, we're going to wrap this up here. Thanks again for joining us. Our podium finishers, once again, Rick Johnson, Slim Jim Gately, and Matt Watkins, race winner and champion for the season here. Season 37, it's a wrap. That's week 12. We take a nice month-long, 5-6 week break here and come back at it in the fall and do it again for season 38. We'll be back. Thanks everybody for joining us out there in YouTube, watching, chatting, letting us know you're there. We appreciate that, so we're not just talking to ourselves. Of course, we thank Ryan Johnson again, the series admin here on Friday nights, getting those points updated before I can even get the post-race screen up some nights. He's really been on the ball. I appreciate Ryan Johnson and all the admin team here, which of course is headed by Sam Young, our owner and promoter. It was a chaotic season, a lot of applicants, a lot of cars, but he kept us all on task there. So I appreciate all Sammy does to keep the doors open for 17 years now. This league's been going, right? It's 2003 to 2020.
17 years, yeah.
That's crazy. How many games live that long? And that's because of all you guys out there who click drive every week, and then I just push the buttons. So you guys make the show. And looking forward to taking a little break, come back at it in the fall. So thanks everybody.